Howdy friend, my name is Paul Holub with Keller Williams Realty, and my mission is to help families move and relocate within the greater Houston area. And I've been a Dave Ramsey endorsed local provider for real estate since 2019. And I love the program, love helping out Dave's clients, helping them find a great home, buy, sell, lease, as well as helping them go through that process of finding financial peace. It's been a blessing. And so that's why I kind of want to go through these 10 questions today, just to kind of give you my answers to those 10 questions, so you can in a sense pre-screen me to see if we're a good fit for each other. So with that, let's get to those questions. Number one, how long have you been a full-time real estate agent in Houston? I've been a full-time real estate agent since 2012, and obviously been through some ups and downs since then, but have loved real estate and enjoy helping clients find great homes. Number two, how many homes do you close each year? So depending on how the market's doing and what's going on with my clients, I'll help between 25 and 50 families move each year. Number three, who will be my primary point of contact? That's the easy one. You'll be working directly with me. I do have a team that assists though. I have a team member that does the paperwork and helps the process move along, and we're not missing any important details throughout the process. She's great. I also have associates that can help with scheduling tours, because when the market's hot and I'm not available for a tour because of family or with another client, you need to get out and see the home as quickly as possible. So I have different associates that are available to go and show you the house and get out there with you so you don't miss out on a hot property in a hot market. But otherwise, you'll be working directly with me through the negotiations, inspections, through the listing of the home, and so forth. So that's a little bit about that. Question number four, what qualities or certifications set you apart from other agents? So one of the qualities that set me apart from all the other agents is that I work by referral. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, whoop-de-doo, buddy, lots of people do that. And let me share with you how that's important to your success when finding a great home. Because I work by referral, I'm incentivized to do such a great job for you during the buying or selling of your next house and make that process as smooth as possible, get you a great deal or get you the most money for your home when you're selling, and build that trust and show that I'm a professional real estate agent that's well qualified and knows what I'm talking about. So that when you do hear of a family or friend that's looking to move, that you refer them to me. And that's one of the highest compliments that I can get. And it's actually majority of the clients that I help are past clients and referrals from my past client. So my success is based on doing such a great job for you that you're going to continue to refer me, your family, and friends. So in a sense, our goals are in alignment. Now let me share with you a little bit about the two different types of real estate agents. You have your transactional focused agent and the relationship focused agent. The transactional agent's just going to get out and kind of focus on just, hey, get in, move, come on, let's get this, get on, move along. Versus the relationship-focused agent's really going to focus on developing a relationship, staying in touch long-term, really doing a good job, and focusing on the service. And so this plays out in the marketplace as an example. You know, maybe you're out looking for a home, and you find one that you kind of like. Now, the transactional agent's going to say, hey, just go, let's put an offer in, let's move forward, let's kind of buy it, let's kind of get the process going. The relational agent's going to focus on, do you actually like it? Is this in your budget? Do you feel comfortable with it? Is this a home you see yourself living in for the next 7 to 10 years? And if it's not the case, then they're not going to push you to buy the house because it's a big purchase. And they want to make sure that you're comfortable and you love the house that you buy. So that's just one example of how a transactional versus a relationship-focused agent, differs. And I kind of think that the relationship-focused agent is just kind of another way of saying a real estate agent with the heart of a teacher. And that's something that Dave preaches all the time, and something that I pride myself in as well. And I share that through focusing on what's best for my clients rather than what's best for myself. So along with that relationship mindset, I also have a client appreciation program that I created. Simple things is that, I stay in touch with you, see if I can help you with any real estate questions, help you protest your taxes, have contractors and referrals for them. And then you also will be invited to 2 different client parties a year. Currently, we're doing a family photo session in the spring and then a big family party in the fall, usually at a brewery with barbecue and live music and lots of fun events for the whole family. So it's my way of thinking and continuing to stay in touch and serve you with any real estate needs you have as long as you're living in the Houston area. One certification that I have that you may find important is that I am a licensed broker. So not many agents actually have their broker's license and still continue to practice real estate. That's why I went out to get it, to show that I've been in the business long enough to provide clients with great service and also help other agents. And the final thing that I want to share that sets me apart from other agents is that I do have an educational mindset to help you throughout this process. Coming from an education background, it was important to me to, provide information about the process, about the closing costs, and to better familiarize people with the process of buying and selling a home, because it can be very confusing. There's so many different contingencies in the contract that it's important to know kind of what you're stepping into, whether it's your first time buying or selling a home, or you've done it many times. I think it's important, and I show that by providing my clients with a home buying and home selling kit. So if that's something you'd be interested in, I'd be happy to email or even have a physical package I can mail to you. So education is important to me, and that's how I show that with the home buying and selling kits. Question number 5. How will you help me sell and or buy a home in a competitive market? All right, when you're going to sell your house in a competitive market, it helps to have the home ready to go and looking beautiful for the buyers to come in and take a look, because buyers want move-in ready. So that's why I pay for a professional 3-hour home staging consultation. Now, these are for the occupied homes. The professional stager is going to come in and rearrange your stuff, help you declutter, depersonalize, and get the home looking almost like a model home. And then I'll pay for a professional photographer to come in and take wonderful pictures after the staging and decluttering has taken place. And this is helpful because over 94% of buyers that find the home they end up purchasing, they find it online. So it really makes sense to optimize where buyers are going, and that's online. And having great pictures and making it staged and look beautiful really helps those buyers to kind of stop in their tracks and get an idea of how beautiful the house is, and encourages them to go and tour. Now, the other thing I do provide is a 3D virtual tour. And this helps buyers understand the spatial layout of the home. So I find that most of my sellers with the 3D tour don't have as many tire kickers, because they've already gone on and seen the layout themselves, see if they kind of like the pictures, the specs, and the price. And so you get a lot less tire kickers. So that's kind of the upfront work that we do. So once we're on the market, then we'll do the full suite of advertising, open houses, marketing to other agents, different social media platforms. So there's a variety of other marketing stuff that we do to help your home stand out and get you the most money possible in a hot market. So that's for selling a house. Now, when you go to buy a house in a competitive market, it gets to be a little bit more of a challenge. One, I think it's super important to know what's going on in the market. And that's why I do a monthly market update every month, so that my clients know what's going on in Houston real estate. So if you haven't watched it already, head on over to my YouTube channel and check out the latest video so you can see what's going on in Houston real estate. After understanding what's going on in the market, then I also do a market analysis, so we can see what prices similar homes are selling for, and provide my clients a better understanding. If these homes are only lasting on the market a couple days or even a couple hours, that's going to change how we draft our offer. Versus, maybe in a buyer's market, we'll be able to kind of negotiate and take our time and really try to get the best deal possible. So it's about understanding what's going on in the market and positioning your offer for a home in a hot market as best as possible. Number 6, what is your commission fee? Okay, so this is first time buying a house. Great news is that you don't pay my fee to help you buy or rent a home. My fee is paid for by the seller or the landlord. Now, if you're looking to sell a home, my listing fee is 6%. 3% goes to the buyer's broker, and 3% goes to the listing broker or my broker. So my fee is 3% total there. Number 7, do I have to sign a contract, and can I cancel without a penalty? Yes, you can cancel without penalty when buying a house. And pretty much 100% of the time, unless we're already under contract with the house, that's when it gets a little bit more difficult and gets a little more sticky. So that'd probably be the only time that you couldn't cancel without any penalty. Now, on the listing side, it gets a little bit more difficult because I spend so much money out of pocket to help you get the home ready, take pictures and 3D tours and all that fun stuff, and market it. And that can be a little bit different. Now, I'd say 95% of the time, there's no early termination fee when listing a house. But sometimes I do have that based on the time frame there and the situation. It's all just a little bit different. So majority of the time, no early termination fees. Question number 8, how will you communicate with me? All right, so communication is incredibly important, and I think it's super important in our industry because so few agents actually do that. When I came into this industry, I was shocked to see how few agents are actually calling their clients that are selling their home just to provide a little update. You know, most of the time they wouldn't call until they received an offer, and sometimes that wasn't for a month or two. So that was just unacceptable. So I made sure that I started the program that every Tuesday I reach out with an email or a phone call to provide you an update on the sale of your home. You know, how many showings have we had? What's the feedback? How many people are coming to your website? Any upcoming marketing activities? You know, all those kinds of things. And that's just kind of the minimum. So at least every Tuesday, my home sellers know they're going to hear from me then. And oftentimes I'm calling, texting, and communicating throughout the process. Same thing with buyers. It's kind of more as needed. You know, it's not like an every week thing. It really is just based on like how quickly they need to move and how quickly they're out looking at houses. So some clients are not out for, you know, looking to move for 3-4 months. So I'm only reaching out every couple weeks or once a month, versus those we're out looking at homes every day, trying to find the right house, got to get in by a particular time. And the means are just call, text, and email, whatever is most convenient. And so that's a little bit about communication. Number 9, how do you set realistic expectations for your clients? So setting expectations is incredibly important. And like I mentioned earlier, it's the market update that I do on YouTube. And also in addition to that, it's, you know, using a market analysis. So market analysis is where I'll go in and say, hey, this house is worth, you know, $300,000 because all these other homes have sold in similar price points and they have similar updates and size and amenities and so forth. And so using that market analysis, I can help provide some level of expectation about what the home's going to sell for. And it's also what the market is doing. You know, how quickly they're selling with the days on market, you know, list price to sales price. So if they're listing at 300 and then they're selling, you know, at 290, we know there's a little bit of wiggle room. But if the market's hot, it's selling in a couple of days and they're selling above their asking price, we know that we're going to have to make our offers even stronger. So setting those expectations is really important through that market analysis and the monthly market update that I do. Number 10, who can I contact for a reference? Hey, if you need some references, feel free to reach out to me. I will shoot you a couple referrals of clients that recently closed, and you can pick their brain. So if you haven't already, please check out my website. I have extensive articles on how to buy and sell a home in the Houston area. I even wrote a book, believe it or not. I wrote a book on how to sell your home and maximize your profit. It's called the Real Estate Game Plan. So you can check that out on Amazon or on my website. It's legit. And I also have home buyer and home selling kits. I can email or also mail those out that have some great information about buying and selling a home, closing costs, a flow chart of the process, common questions, information about title company, referrals, and all that fun stuff. So if that's something of interest to you, feel free to reach out and be happy to provide that to you on email or by mail. So thank you so much for watching it. If you're watching on YouTube, please do me a favor and you found some value out of it, please subscribe. And if you have any questions, my information in the description below. And with that, all the best to you and see you in the next one.